So one of the things I've been asked to do is to review the war plan and why I have breakouts for different projects. If we look at the monthly plan objections, if you will, objectives, if you will, one of the ones that we're looking at specifically is Operation Paperboy and Operation Autopilot. While Operation Zombie is listed in here, it does have the pieces in here for the, what are we trying to do? How are we trying to do it? And different actions in that. And I've kind of broken that out. But what I don't have from Operation Paperboy and Autopilot are the complete list of things, including goal sheets and some of the action items that would be added as a general task, if you will. So when we look at the breakout of Paperboy and Autopilot, what I've done is I've actually created operational pages. And in those operational pages, we'll get to this one. You can see where Operation Autopilot has the goal or the vision sheet, if you will, or a vision board showing me kind of some motivational stuff. The other side of it is actually looking at the goal sheet when you look at the listing of different pieces and parts. And that's something that I didn't really want to put in the war plan because it breaks it down just a little bit differently than the way that I think the war plan should be. I want it to be very succinct in the way it does things, but then there are action items underneath the war plan itself. Additionally, you can see that I've got things like find products on Alibaba resale. That is something that is listed out on the war plan. However, when we look at some of the different ideas inside the war plan itself, I don't have room for each one of those cards to physically have an item listed under it or a checklist listed under it. If you look at some of the other things, logo on items, t-shirts, cups, affiliate marketing and breaking those down, direct marketing and breaking those down, I don't have room for those different ones and feel that it would just take up more space than to actually go in and break it out into a separate piece or separate board with the different operational files. Now, go back to Operation Zombie as an example, you can see the goal sheet listed, but how are we going to do that? Well, you've got your wait list, and I do have that in the monthly goals. But when we start looking at other pieces, do I want to have two different lists to actually work from, or do I want to break it out into a separate sheet? Well, I agree the war plan is geared for getting those action items associated to it. Sometimes my opinion is I break it down a little bit more granularly because, well, I get very OCD, and I have to have a checklist for every single thing, including what's for breakfast. So that's kind of the way it boils down. Do I have my coffee? Do I have my oatmeal? Do I have my eggs? Do I have the jalapeno peppers? That's the way it looks out. When we break that down, specifically with zombie as an example, while I have the goal sheet so I can go in and mark them down, I can actually break down the project man down, right? And these are listed on in the financial, or sorry, in the fitness goals for the war plan every month. However, when we start breaking out some other areas and we look at Project 10 Man, I break it down even more granular. So you've got your 120 carbs, proteins, et cetera, et cetera. What am I breaking down? Which one of these am I going to use? Am I going to use a combination of all of them? And then the last part of it is Project Beast Mode, which is my super secret one that I'm actually working on, and it starts talking about after I get to a certain level, being able to start implementing these pieces and parts. The good news about the Operation Beast or Project Beast Mode is it does and can be combined with some of the other pieces and parts or some of the other different project files. So it's really just a way for me to go in and break it out a little bit different, a little bit easier, and again, a little bit more granular. So that's it. Papa Bear signing off. Thanks for watching.